So the first question we're going to ask ourselves, what's the sales process for this website? Again, with ecom, that's going to be pretty obvious, but there's a couple of little gotchas in here. For a lead gen site, easiest way to do that is just go through the site, map out the funnel. How long is the sales process? Mentioned that briefly in the last video. Is this an impulse purchase? Is this more of a considered purchase? You need to take that into consideration. Most of the time with ecom, people are making that purchase within the first week, maybe 2 weeks. Once you get past about 4 weeks or 30 days, then you're really not going to have a big impact. However, I always will build a longer term audience or remarketing list. Maybe it's 180 days, maybe 365 days, because that can always come in useful for different purposes. So for the most part here, we're talking about trying to reach people that have just been on the site, trying to get them usually to buy the products they've just been looking at but haven't bought yet. But if you are a business or if you work with a business that is always bringing out new products or has a reason to talk to people on a sort of regular but not frequent basis, so maybe every 6 months, you would like to be able to just reach all of those people and use your remarketing kind of as a quasi email list. Wouldn't it be great to be able to, okay, throw an ad out there to 100,000 people? Some of them are on the site yesterday, some of them haven't been to the site for 6 months, but maybe we just want the ability to show the same thing to a lot of people. Hey, our new product has just launched, or we've just put this new thing on Kickstarter, come and back it. Or hey, what you read in the news about our CEO wasn't true. He didn't really do that. Here's our side of the story. Some businesses would love to have had that opportunity. I don't know why that one comes up. I haven't done anything wrong, I promise. So, sales process. The larger the price point, generally speaking, the higher the consideration. If you're selling houses, then that's probably going to be a multi-month purchase. If you're selling, I don't know what the hell that's doing on my desk, but something small, then people are probably going to make more of an impulse purchase. What traffic do you have to work with? So I said before, like knowing this is absolutely critical right at the start. And I hate giving absolutes, but I understand how often requested they are. And so I've given you some absolutes. Depending on the number of monthly users that you have, I would suggest then your strategy, if you have less than 10,000 monthly users, you have a very, very basic strategy with probably just one or two remarketing audiences. Again, each audience is probably going to be between 1,000 and 10,000. So if you've only got, say, 5,000 people on the site, one or two to begin with is probably going to be okay. Going too granular, too early, one, it's just a massive waste of time. You're going to lose faith with your client. You go build 20 audiences and then 19 of them have 0 impressions. That doesn't look too good. It's just a massive waste of time. It's frustrating and it's just not going to get the result, which is what we're all here for. Now, if you have a larger site, that's where you're going to start to build more and more audiences. You're probably, though, not going to do this for your very, very first one. So I would imagine that you're not going to build your very first remarketing strategy for a site that's got 2 million monthly users. If that's you, then you probably want to go get additional help and have a mentor or coach look over your shoulder while you go doing that. But really, you probably want to be practicing and getting better, earning your chops on smaller sites. Okay, I'm going to stop the video here and then we'll come back and talk about the main groups.